Hello, hello, and welcome to my live at 4 today. A little bit mixing things up a little bit. I'd love to introduce myself. I am Celie Cawley. I'm a certified professional organizer. I'm also an organizing expert and educator. My business is Simplify You, and I'm in my 19th year of organizing. So you can trust me when I tell you things. Now, today's tip is not so much about being organized as it is about being prepared. And this is something that I think we all really need to look at. Right now, we've got some pandemic problems, people, and right now we are looking at severe supply shortages. And we are 97 days until Christmas, just a couple of months till the 2021 holiday season. And it's something quite serious. I don't know if you've been reading the newspapers, but the supply shortages are affecting everything from large items like cars and lumber down to very small items. Currently, in September 2021, we are at our highest prices for lumber, for plastics, and for cardboard. So the cardboard and plastics are what almost all children's toys are made out of. So if you have young people in your life, I really suggest that you plan now for the holidays. In general, I just saw on the news today that turkey might be in short supply. And for those of us in America, we rely on turkey for our Thanksgiving dinner and also often for our Christmas dinner. So these are things I want to talk to you about. Now, why is this happening? I'm sure that you weren't living under a rock back in March, 7 months ago, when there was the crisis in the Suez Canal and a freighter ship got stuck sideways. That backed up supply chains for weeks. And in addition to that, we have labor shortages. So in China, they closed down an entire port because one person had COVID. And they're very serious. But that knock-on effect meant that none of the containers got emptied. Containers weren't even able to empty. They turned around and went back. So what used to take 45 days to ship something from one port to another worldwide is taking double that in September. And they anticipate that the length of time will extend by December. So these are all, I hate to be a doomsday person, but I know that a lot of us have our hearts set on making this year a super special, really magical holiday season for our loved ones. We've all gone through so much. We're finally getting some glimpses of good things to come. And hopefully we're going to be able to gather our families together for the holidays this year. But that may not be quite so magical if you don't have everything in place. So I, for one, have already stocked up on some of the unique items that we need. My daughter has celiac disease, so we've got our Trader Joe's gluten-free stuffing mix already in stock. We don't want to risk being without that. Other things that I want you to keep in mind is as these shipping container delays expand, it's the bigger things that are going to be more delayed. So if you were thinking about getting new furniture for entertaining, rugs, larger, any kind of larger items, those are going to be much more expensive to ship. If it's a smaller item like jewelry, then you might be in luck. But computer chips are drastically in low supply right now. Toyota has actually cut production of cars by 40% this year. So if a car is on your wish list from Santa or somebody special, you really need to start shopping now. I don't mean to scare you, but because it's September and you're listening to me, I'm hoping that you'll start making lists and checking them twice. And if you are getting physical items, somebody told me that there's a shortage on baking pans because, again, metal is in short supply. So if there are things on your holiday wish list, actual tangible items that you want to give people, now is the time to shop. Of course, I am always about giving non-tangibles, things like consumables and experiences, but sometimes we need baking trays to make the holiday cookies that are the consumables that we're giving. So I don't want to scare you, but there is a severe supply shortage, and I just wanted you to be aware of it from somebody that you know and trust, like me. So I'm Celie Colley. It was a delight to chat with you. I hope you make all of your holiday preparations early this year so that you don't have any worries about any missing out on anything. Okay, that's all I had to say. Thanks so very much. Bye bye.